Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to Global Impromptu Speaking session number 334. Thank you so much for joining in today. Today, the weather is cold in Lahore. I just want to tell you all, today our topics master was somebody else, but today, and again, our passionate, a very dedicated, a very supportive Toastmaster has taken over this challenge from her because Toastmaster Jaya was not able to make it. She was busy in something, she couldn't make it. So today we have our own very known and very famous and very jolly Toastmaster who is known everywhere internationally in different meetings in different regions. He is known for his very crazy and interesting topics. Let's see what he has got for us today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put our hands together to welcome our today's topics master and host of today's meeting, Toastmaster Umar Farooq. Toastmaster Umar Farooq, over to you.
Thank you, Amjad. So today's word of the day is arcane. This means mysterious, not very much understood. So my topics will not be arcane. Don't worry about it. So they will be very easy to understand and very easy to speak on. So let's start our session. First one was Anand. Anand, are you there?
Yes.
Yes, I have to remind you that you have to manage your time accordingly. It is 1 minute, you know that it is green and 1.5. So maximum you can speak to 2.5 minutes, not more than that. Try to finish the speech during that. So you will open the video or you will be like that same?
So little bit I'm casual. Due course of time, I will open the video.
Okay, no issues. So your topic is education is not something you can finish. I'll repeat. Education is not something you can finish. Anand.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, table topic master, for giving a wonderful topic. Education is not something you can't finish. Of course, I strongly agree with you. As a human, we are all gifted, right? With one of the highly evolved brain, that is the cerebral cortex, which contains millions of neurons, where the other species, they contains only the emotional brain. Why that God has gifted such a unique brain? Because the learning is a continuous journey throughout our life. That's why there is a one saying, learn, unlearn, and relearn. Okay. It is a continuous journey throughout our lifetime. Even I have completed my college, right? During our the official work, whatever we are learning, it should be put it into practice. That is a transfer of learning, right? Because of this COVID also, in my profession, lot of changes has taken place. So I have to upskill myself to enhance my caliber so that I can move higher the ladder. Suppose if you are not updated, I will be outdated from the industry. One of the example I want to quote, if you take the Nokia was the talk of the town once. Everybody, advertisement, if you watch movie, the song is Nokia, Nokia, Nokia. Everywhere. If you see the advertisement, it's Nokia. What happened one fine day? Completely, our competitor, they were upgraded that Samsung with the updated technology. That is Android. Then the Nokia is completely outdated. If we are not updated, we will be outdated, right? And one more thing, the science has been telling that neuronal plasticity. It was an older concept. The neurons after 35, it will decay. Now, the experiment has been shown that if you learn, more and more neuronal outgrowth will be there. Let us learn, relearn, and unlearn. Over to you, table topic master. Thank you.
Wonderful. Yes, of course, Anand. We have to keep updating ourselves, upgrading ourselves. I always say that evolve or become obsolete. So keep
Yes.
improving, keep getting better, and education is something that you cannot finish. So let's move on to another one. Ankita, are you there?
Yes, Toastmaster Sahib.
Ankita, you want an easy one or a hard one?
Of course, easy one.
Easy one. Okay, I'll give you the funny one. Funny one. Okay. So your topic is I can be Googled, therefore I am. I'll repeat. I can be Googled, therefore I am. Ankita.
I can be Googled, therefore I am. Just a minute. Hello, fellow Toastmasters and my dear friends. I believe I can, I can be Googled, reason why I exist today. There's hell lot of things that any person, any human being goes throughout his lifespan. The ups and downs that an individual faces makes him even more refined person, even a polished person of himself or herself. I believe each one of us present here has faced many ups and downs, have come across many grievances and sorrows, and each one of us has something to teach. Each one of us present here have plethora of experiences through which we can learn and through which they have learned. Therefore, all of us present here are unique. All of us present here are leaders. All of us present here are really special. And because we are uniquely us, because we are very much unique, reason why we exist, and reason why we can be Googled. That's it. I don't know what did I spoke. That's it.
It was a tricky
Sorry,
topic.
sorry.
I have to say it was a tricky
But the
topic,
topic
but
was, yes, it was a tricky topic.
because
And
actually the quote is I think, therefore I am. I
okay,
think
okay.
because I can think, but we change it because it's today's generation. I can be Googled. I can be found in a search engine. I am very famous. So normally, sometimes you are famous or notorious. You try to search for this celebrity, this celebrity. So that's how it is. So wonderful, good attempt and good improvisation. So that's how we learn. Next, who is next? We have Carla. Carla, are you there? Carla, backup device too. Okay. Carla, are you not there? Don't get scared. I will give you easy topic. Promise. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to Venkata Raman. Not Venkat, Venkata Raman. Are you there? Venkata Raman. Are you there? I don't know. I just started. I don't know why people are getting sick. Okay, Venkata Raman, are you there? No? Okay. Yes, Venkata Raman. Okay, he has said hi. So you want to try? No?
Is it me or Venkatraman?
Venkata Raman, complete
Okay.
name, not just Venkat. Okay, I think he's not there. Okay, no issues. Let's move on to Kiran. Kiran is not there. Oh, okay, no issues, Venkata Raman. Maybe sometime later during the journey, if you feel that comfortable, we can do it. Okay, Kiran is not there. Chintan. Chintan, your turn.
Yes, please.
Chintan, your topic is fiction is the lie through which we tell the truth. I'll repeat. Fiction is the lie through which we tell the truth. Word of the day is arcane.
How many of us are fan of the fiction movies or the books which are based on fiction? Just show me the hands. We all are, right? We go to the movies because we want something larger than life. We want something we cannot have in real life. Even if we know that movies are based on fiction, we still are enjoying the movies, watching in such a way that we are in the movie itself. And for us, especially for me, sometimes I feel that my life is stranger than fiction sometimes. If we take it metaphorically, our life is also fiction. Who knows that we are even sleeping now and it's a dream that we are living and having a meeting with all of you. Fiction is a thing by which we tell our truth. Whatever we do, it has the element of fiction, because truth and the whole truth is something that one truth for one person might be fiction for other, and the whole truth might not be revealed by anyone. Fiction is an element because of which the truth becomes more sweeter, more entertaining, and more acceptable. So yes, fiction is the thing by which we express the truth. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Good attempt, Chitan. Good thoughts, of course. Fiction is a one way of telling the truth. Maybe we are using a medium that is a lie, but we are sometimes trying to show the society what truths we are facing. Wonderful thoughts. Next, Namero is not there. Naveed.
Yes, sir.
Naveed, you want easy one or hard one?
Easy one, sir.
I was not being asked that question.
Ah, yes, I know. So sometimes I do it. Sometimes I give the easy one directly. Okay. Okay. So your topic is the goal isn't to live forever. The goal is to create something that will. I'll repeat, the goal is not to, isn't to live forever. The goal is to create something that will. Naveed.
I will repeat whatever I heard. The goal is not to live forever. The goal is to
create something that will.
create something that
Will.
Good evening to everyone. Hope you all are fine. The goal is not to live forever. What we learn from it. I believe it is the part of the statement is very true. The goal is not to live forever. That's why we have to prove ourselves and create and give a part from our life to the world so that it can go forever. We are here for some time and we don't know. And the good thing is, and the amazing thing is that we don't know about the next second, what will happen. Here, I'm today in Karachi. We don't know that the light will go off in next second. It happened. We are living in the time of uncertainty. I heard one concept of VUCA, and VUCA, its full form is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. We are living in the world of VUCA. The uncertainty is creating the fear in ourselves. We are very fearful of uncertainty, and we are thinking to live forever. It cannot happen. But if we are experimenting new ideas and open for new ideas, whatever coming to us, we welcome with our heart, even the problems, because problems are here for our learning. Problems give us the meaning of the life. Problems give us the actual purity of our heart. Yes, in order to live forever, we have to live in the present moment so that we can get the joy from this present moment and give the world our better self. So thank you very much, Umar. Over to you.
Good thoughts, Naveed. Well done. Good attempt on the topic. So next we have with us Sharman sir. Sharman sir, are you there?
Yes, Soma.
Sharman sir, I don't have a quote for you. I have a question. What is the biggest existential threat to humanity? I'll repeat. What is the biggest existential threat to humanity? Sharman sir.
I can say that presently we are passing through a pandemic outbreak. That's the biggest threat to the human being presently. As a topic master, global interference, and the day by day, we can see now the Omicron has come to the whole world. Is going to, so that's another variant coming into the people's to behavior or their activities trying to stop limited, and people all have suffered the last 2 years for their limitations, not doing their alone, they deviate from the relations or the friends, or they like cornered. That's, I can say, one of the threats have suffering from people. Whatever you do, now in Sri Lanka, I can say, a lot of good things are not coming. A lot of things we need for even the medicine, the gas or anything. So people are suffering. So I can say this is one of the biggest threats in the whole world covered. And all these people are trying to getting the vaccinations, the booster, any other thing. And there's no hope. The people to work, there should be a hope in future. So they all this having like Naveed said, uncertainties are there. Because of that reason, people are doing not their fullest. They are half-hearted, and they are just trying to live. And how one day will this will pass and come to the green light, or you can say the tunnel is not that far. Maybe another 1 or 2 years time, we will come to a conclusion of this, and people will have all this succeed. Until such time, we can continue this Zoom meetings and get knowledge according to the present situation. Over to you, Mr. Soma.
Good. Wonderful attempt, Heman sir. Yes. Virus, disease, all these things are existential crisis to some extent. Sometimes lack of knowledge can be existential crisis also. People, wonderful, good attempt and good thoughts. Next, we have Pratyush Gupta. Are you there?
Yes, Toastmaster Umar, after a long time.
After a long time, yes. After a long break.
I missed your topic so much.
Yes. Okay. Pratyush, your topic is he who dares not offend cannot be honest. I'll repeat. He who dares not offend cannot be honest.
A person who offends someone can either be an honest person or a dishonest person. That is a matter of judgment. Because I have seen people in my life that who offend others are very sometimes daring by nature, but they are dishonest. For example, I will like to tell about someone who I had a business transaction with, who used to be known in our business circle as a very good spokesperson as well as a very good salesman. He dealt with some of the companies in our city. And after that, he simply vanished. So he did it. He knew that he will have to face the consequences of it if he tries to run away with their money. Then they will come hunting for him. And so you can say that he is a daring person, and he also offended many people. But was he honest? No, he was a dishonest person. So before offending someone or thinking that we are doing something that is very daring in our eyes, we must know that we will have to face the consequences. And that is the point when we will realize that how much daring we really are. Because we can offend people, but if the system is offended from us, then if we are still daring, then we can say that yes, honestly, I am very daring because I can offend each and everyone, each and every power. But frankly speaking, it's impossible. Over to you, Dr.
Wonderful thoughts, Babu. And of course, you have to dare to speak and speak the truth, and whatever, even if it offends people. There is a famous saying that I always, it's one of my favorites. Truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. So, it will make you angry. It will question you. But it is still the truth. It will offend you. So next, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, are you there? Jacqueline was there. Jacqueline,
I'm here.
Yes, Jacqueline, can you open the video or you'll be right there only?
Okay. And where am I able to open my video?
You are not able to open the video?
Yeah.
Okay. There's no issues. So you can take the topic.
Sure, I can. I'll try.
Okay. So your topic is some people are so poor, all they have is money. Some people are so poor, all they have is money.
Repeat. Some people are so what?
So poor that
Poor?
all they have, so poor, all they have is money.
Poor, you said P-O-O-R?
Yes.
Okay then. Some people are so poor, all they have is money. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, thank you for this opportunity to attempt this question, this statement. The Bible stated the love of money is the root of all evil. And sometimes we look at persons, the condition they're living in, and we decide as whether or not that person is poor or rich. And having a lot of money doesn't make you rich or even poor. If you don't have money, it doesn't make you a poor person. What you have inside of you and your living condition, the ability for you to spend money, it all comes from within, not necessarily having the money physically, because having money physically does not make you richer or poorer as a person individual. You as an individual have to accept what you have in front of you at the moment, and you have to tell yourself whether I am a rich person or I am a poor person. So if I as an individual, tell myself that even though I may not have a lot of money, or I may have a lot of money, or I may have lots of money, that doesn't make me a poor person. It's my individual ability to live and accept what I have at the moment. Thank you very much.
Wonderful, great thoughts. Of course, it's all about how the qualities, your inner qualities, your inner self, what kind of person you are, that makes you rich. I coined a quote, also my own quote, you can say. In my speech, I used it also. The things that really matter in life are not matter. so they are not made up of matter. So you cannot touch them, but they are the most important things in life. Compassion, kindness, happiness, and all those things. So next, we have Venkat. Venkat, are you there?
Hi, Umar.
Yes, Venkat. Venkat, your topic is a question. Okay?
Yeah.
So listen carefully. If you could run the mainstream media, who would you give your platform to? I'll repeat. If you could run the mainstream media, who would you give a platform to? Venkat.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Umar. So thank you very much, fellow Toastmaster, and thank you very much for this opportunity. What really matters, okay, when we have a media, okay. So really, if we have a media platform, okay, that because nowadays media is really challenging us, and in fact, it is really ruling us, okay. So whatever the news comes, we believe in, whether it is right or wrong, we don't know. But we always rely on the news, whatever it comes, and we just blindly follow it. Okay. In that case, suppose like if I have an opportunity that run the media, mainstream run media, where I can present the news and all. Okay. I will give that platform to the right generalist. So who really having 100% guts to expose the crime, or expose the any cheatings that is around us, who have the courageous to go and explore the world, to just find out these correct news, so that for that reason I would like to give this opportunity to the run this is for the real journalists who have that guts and brave, so that at least we will come to know the correct news, and we obviously listen to them and we really support them. So if I have this chance to provide any kind of give opportunity to them, I'll give this to the real journalist. Of course, it's really big challenging for us to find who is the real journalist or fake journalist. It is again purely depend on your intelligence and also experience. So based on my experience, based on my opinion, I will find the most reliable person in this platform, and I will ensure to give this platform to run it. So that's my opinion. Over to you, Umar.
Good attempt, Venkat. So it's a thought-provoking question. So you have to think about, okay, who will be I calling to the mainstream media? That would be just, but you did well. Yes, honest journalism is much wanted to nowadays in this world, So speaking to don't never lobbying and all. So, but wonderful thoughts. Naveen sir.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Long time no see, huh?
Yeah.
So your topic is knowledge comes, but wisdom lingers. I'll repeat, knowledge comes, but wisdom lingers.
Fellow Toastmasters, it is very important in this life to be knowledgeable, yet it is equally important to be wise as well. Of course, and why exactly is that? You might ask regarding the same, because the thing is that when we don't learn lessons at the right time, life teaches us the same lessons at the wrong time. Of course, it is important for us to be pragmatic in how we are living and what we are thinking, and have positive thoughts, because that is the key essence for any wisdom, or for any happiness. And of course, it comes over a period of time. There are a lot of people who are miserable in life, and they think that is, we just can't be happy. But let me tell you, the real value of happiness comes in sharing it with others. As it is said that happiness, it doesn't obey the rule of mathematics. When you start dividing happiness amongst others, it actually multiplies. So wisdom actually lasts in sharing with others and not grasping through knowledge. Of course, I'm not saying knowledge is not important. Knowledge is important. But of course, what good is the knowledge if it can't be spread like a light for wisdom? Let me give you certain examples. Like, for example, the knowledge of internet which we are using right now, which we can't live without right now, was invented by US for their army about more than 20 years ago, before it really came to general public. Yet they kept it only for the militaristic use, only for the defense purpose. It is only when the same knowledge which they had was imparted globally, then it really had value. So friends, wisdom lies in sharing with others and not just accumulating things for yourself and for your own use. Of course, that's why we are standing today over here, learning and excelling ourselves in table topics, because we all want to be wise. And I applaud Toastmaster Umar for imparting a wealth of knowledge to us, because of course, when you know the right people, and when you're connected with the right source of people, knowledgeable people, you end up being a wise. Of course, knowing a good person is just like a music, but what attracts them to us is the melody. And as we grow to know them, we learn what the lyrics are. So learn the lyrics and be knowledgeable. Over to you.
Wonderful, good thoughts. You talked about me, so of course it was a very lovely attempt at the topic. But I don't impart knowledge, I impart wisdom also. Just kidding. Okay, wonderful. Next, good attempt. And next, Harshit. Harshit, are you there? Yes, Harshit. So you want an easy topic or hard one? Just kidding.
Anything that you might like.
Okay, so
he's going to appear for division contests. So basically, I want to prepare him for that.
So from that point of view, you need a topic, huh? So your topic is those who do not move, do not notice their chains. I'll repeat. Those who do not move, do not notice their chains. Harshit.
The first step towards solving a problem is acknowledging there is one. And we will get to that once we start being brutally honest to ourselves and start accepting that there might be problems with our old ways, with the way we deal with things, and with the ways we live life. Without moving, you will not realize that there are possible changes before. For instance, humanity has evolved in so many ways in the past few years in terms of behavior towards communities. In the last few years, we have learned so many lessons on political correctness. We have chosen to be kind to communities because at some point we realized that the slangs we use, the daily terminologies in our conversations, are somewhat impolite. We realized it once people started opening up and we started moving, that there are problems. There are chains shackling us. There are things keeping us from being polite. For instance, if I ask someone and tell them that you are taking up a lot of space because of your appearance, or if someone is skinny, I can tell them that you can eat food of whatever type you want, just because you will not get fat because you're too skinny to get fat. These things are low-key offensive because they are pointing at somebody's body. Low-key body shaming. These were the chains shackling us. But in the last few years, we realized that these are problems to be acknowledged. These are not appreciable. We chose to be kind to poor people, women, homosexuals. We stopped using slangs against them because people started calling us out that this is offensive. These things are chaining our societies from moving forward, which is why there were several lessons told about being kind, which is why we unchained ourselves and moved forward. But it all started by acknowledging that yes, there are problems. Some things are downright wrong, some things that were normalized, some things that were always there as chains, but we just realized them now. Which is why I'm mighty proud of the human brain's capabilities to realize that there are problems with time, acknowledge them, and move forward by getting rid of the chains. Over to you, Toastmaster Omar.
Wonderful, good attempt, Harshit. I would say, see, the thing is that I will tell you about some tips about it, about the topic that you have attempted. That a lot of times when a good table topic speaker, when he struggles in a contest or something, is because they sometimes jam pack a lot of ideas in their topic. Okay, I get the idea, what I understood what it is. Okay, they will start, okay, then you would start it off well. Then you have 3-4 examples in it, and then you don't have the room for concluding it in a strong way. See, for more so ever in all the contests, table topics conclusion is a very, very important role, because that will have a high impact when you are talking about judges, okay, how you have concluded it and all. So try to stick with one idea, maybe one idea that, and build upon it, and then focus your all energy in a higher energy conclusion, not just tone down, okay, this. I don't want to be in chains. I want to move. I want to conquer my fears. So that kind of passion and exuberance should be there in the topic. So otherwise, an excellent attempt. Wonderful. Next, Jatin.
Yes.
Jatin, the Cavalier Jatin. Jatin, your topic is, what is the biggest lie you have ever been told? I'll repeat, what is the biggest lie you have ever been told? Jatin.
Okay. What is the biggest lie you have ever been told? One time, yeah, okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my fellow global impromptu family members. So today my topic is, what is the biggest lie you have ever been told? The biggest lie I have ever been told is by a stranger. Because one time my parents called me. One time my parents called me to come to a shop. But I didn't know where the shop is, so I kept on walking, and it was like 1.5 hours. I kept on walking and walking. I asked a lot of strangers that where's the shop of, like where is the shop, like say I wanted to go to Lulu, but then I don't know where's the way of Lulu. So I used to ask one person or other. One person used to say Lulu's say uh like if you take 10 minutes you'll reach it. Just go straight and right. Other person used to say go straight and left. So I used to get a lot of lies, and this is the biggest lie I ever been told. It surprised my parents. They got so shocked that they thought that I would get lost, and they kept on thinking that I got kidnapped by somebody or other. So yeah, and that's the biggest lie I ever been told.
Wonderful, Jatin. Great. See, I find it very fascinating. Our biggest lies change with our ages. So for Jatin, this is the biggest lie. So when he will go, okay, this is the biggest lie that I've been told. So that's truth is always relative, and like that we always change. So next is Rajiv sir. Rajiv, Toastmaster Rajiv, are you there?
I am here, Umar sir.
So one sir to another sir. Okay, so your topic is that awkward moment between birth and death. That awkward moment between birth and death. Rajiv.
I think you've pretty much summed up my life in that statement. Most of us run into awkward moments all through our lives. Who has not said something completely inappropriate in the middle of a gathering? I have done so, and I continue to do so. The idea of what is awkward and what is graceful is actually an idea that needs to be examined if you want to live a free life. Awkward is a definition you and I put to behavior that does not meet certain norms which we perceive the society to have. So for instance, I'll give you an example. I got called to a dinner. The food was really bad. The hostess asked me, "Bhai Sahab, how did you like the food, brother? How did you like the food?" I hated the food. Now, I'm too smart by now, having attended Toastmasters and Omar's many table topics gatherings. I said, "Bhabhi, sister, the food was, you prepared the food with so much love. I could feel the love in the food." Now think about this. When you are in a situation like this, it is awkward. It is extremely awkward. But the truth of the matter is that somebody took the time to prepare the food for you. You could turn that awkward moment into a graceful moment where you are not lying, but you are appreciating the fact that somebody has put in so much time and effort. So I propose to you, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are going to live through many moments that are awkward in our lives, as I did, and I continue to do so. But at the same time, the difference between awkwardness and gracefulness is simply a matter of wisdom. Back to you, Mr. Table Topics Master.
Wonderful thoughts and good example shared also for me. Something that can be awkward, but at the same time you can convert it into a graceful thing. It's all about how perceive things and how you deal with those situations. That's wonderful. Next we have Carla. Are you there? Carla is not there. Carla. Okay, Amal is there. Amal is there. Aman has been following me also from time to time.
Hi.
Hi, Amal. You want to open
Hi,
the
how
video
are
or
you?
you will stay like that?
If you give me 2 minutes, I'll be able to open my video. I'll just a minute. I need a minute to be able to.
Okay, you
turn
have the
on
minute.
video.
Meanwhile, I'll call the another one.
Sure, thank you.
Okay. Venkat Raman, are you there? No. Amjad sir, are you there?
Hello, Venkat Raman here. I'm traveling by train. A lot of noise around. I'll not be able to participate as a speaker with the disturbance. Thanks for the invite.
No issues at all. Maybe later. We have DT Amjad. Are you there? DT Amjad. Amjad, bye.
I see him logged in, but he's not there.
Yes, he is logged in. Amal, are you ready?
Just few seconds more. Sorry.
Okay, your countdown is begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Carl.
Yes, hi.
Amal is here. And
Yeah, so
okay.
tonight it was a very bad day at work, so I'm so exhausted.
Okay, so now you will get an easy topic, huh? After what you have said to me.
I'm giving, yeah, sympathy.
Sympathy. Okay, you have my sympathy word. So your topic is the comfort of the rich depends upon the abundant supply of the poor. I'll repeat, the comfort of the rich depends upon the abundant supply of the poor. Amar, what does that mean?
In life, we always see things in their materialistic value. So the apple, for some people, is just a food that we eat. To others, is how much I will spend for that apple. Table Topic Master, dear guests, good evening. In life, we have two different categories for people depending on their income. So having rich people among the world, some poor people, because how much money do they have and how much money do they spend? The thing is, or the fine line between them is how much this rich people are feeling good about themselves and how much these poor people feeling about themselves as well. So if you go to the rich people life, you might find lots of things that they are missing, really. Peaceful mind, having a great relationship between them as a family, as a friends. On the other side, you find one family who are connected. They are gathered every once in a week. They have sympathy to each other. They care really about each other. They have the back of each other. So what does really these poor people are doing? They will give from their deep heart, even during their work. So they will work and work, they will give time, and they will stay late, like some people here tonight, just to work and work and work. So to whom that at the end, okay, I will have my own salary, but at the same time, who's really expanding? The big money, to whom it comes is actually to the owner, isn't it? So the owner depends on me how much I put effort into this work. So he have the money, the big money. So the relation between the two, the rich and the poor people, when we count it in a calculation, is how much the poor people will do and fight for themselves, for the to have a food, so they can bring at the end to their families, so they can feed their babies and kids. In a conclusion, we need to think deeply on people, not rich or poor. We have to deal with people who give effort and people who is getting the benefit of this effort. So to the owners, to the rich people who own this, you have to give consideration to people who is giving you this actual money. You didn't make it by your own, by yourself, by your just only your hand. You have hundreds of hands beneath you who helped you to reach that level. Back to you.
Wow, wonderful. Great thoughts about economics and poverty and richness. Good thoughts. This topic was all in one. Huh? It was all of, it's a paradoxical kind of a topic because the rich are there and the poor are there. There's a balance of power is being set. And so I always like the Robin Hood's character, rob the rich and feed the poor. So wonderful, good thoughts. Next we have Amjad. I think Amjad is here. Carla, are you there or not still? I'm not sure, she's not there. She is a listener today.
I'm here.
You are here. You want to try a topic?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so your topic is they fear love because it creates a world they cannot control. They fear love because it creates a it creates a world they cannot control. I'll repeat, they fear love because it creates a world they cannot control. Carla.
I'm turn my camera on at this moment. Do forgive me. They fear love because it creates a world that cannot be controlled.
That they cannot control.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Have you ever felt that you were not able to control your love or your feelings because of the world that you're living in? There is a fear that comes with love. For example, let's say that Carlo Andre Isaacs is in love with nature. And because of the fear of the animals around the world that she is surrounded with, she decided that she is going to withdraw herself from that environment because she cannot control her emotions with regards to the fear that she's feeling. Oftentimes, people in general have a sense of fear, even though they love and they try to create things around their world, there is still a fear. Stepping out into Toastmasters, speaking on the international stage creates a fear in that particular world because we tend to limit our ability, limit ourselves. We tend to think what persons might think of us or how they perceive us to be. But at the end of the day, we will be able to conquer that fear for the love of what we do, because we know at the end of the day that whether or not we face our fear, we are still in love with the world. So, masters and guests, I encourage you, if you have a fear for love of the world or things that you do, conquer that fear by stepping out beyond your comfort zone and break the glass ceiling and enjoy what the world has to offer. Enjoy the love regardless of the fear. Table topic master, over to you.
Wonderful, Carla. Great thoughts about love and loveology. Wonderful, great thoughts. Good attempt at the topic. Of course, Amjad bhai, are you ready for the topic?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Okay, Amjad bhai, your topic is I prefer liberty with danger over peace with slavery. I prefer liberty with danger than peace with slavery. You got the topic?
I got it. Are you copying in chat?
No, I am on mobile, so I cannot. So Naveed will do it. Naveed is doing a good job for it. I'll repeat the topic. I prefer liberty with danger than peace with slavery.
Thank you so much, Mr. Topics Master. I prefer liberty with danger than peace with slavery. I completely agree with this statement that I personally, I means Amjad Ali, prefers liberty with danger. It's completely all right, yeah. Because liberty is your sheer right, a human right. Everyone deserves it. And whatever we want in our life, peace or liberty, that has the price. Because we are living in a world where every human being has a different mindset. People are trying to take over other people. And then the peace with slavery. How can you expect? This is contradiction. How can you expect peace with slavery? You are slave and you feel you are having a peace? No, impossible. For me, it's something not to be understood. I can't understand. I can't digest. So yes, liberty with danger is completely all right for me. I would like to go about it. And that's what almost everyone is trying to achieve in our life. Let me quickly tell you, I've been to 85 countries, and most of the countries and more than 150 cities. I've been to many cities and I've seen there are monuments which states, independence days are people who fought for independence. But I was thinking almost every country got independence. From where? From where did they get this liberty from? And I'm actually still in that mindset to understand how this world is being run. Who is trying to take over? And what is the agenda? But you want to take over and you want to give me peace? I don't understand. It's something beyond my understanding. So, ladies and gentlemen, we all should stand for liberty. Actually, liberty is the peace. If you have independence, liberty, free mind to think about and let other people live the way they want to live. But considering this is human society, this is not jungle. You cannot get peace with slavery. Peace is liberty. So, ladies and gentlemen, I completely agree with this. I personally prefer liberty with danger, no problem, small risks. I would like to manage. I would like to, this is where a human life comes in, to manage, manipulate, politicize, and make it for living for the people and for self. And it's impossible to achieve peace with slavery. Back to you, sir. Thank you.
Wonderful thoughts, Dr. Amjad. Yes, of course, I would like to prefer liberty with peace. Yes, not danger, khalli. Okay, living on the edge. So, but wonderful thoughts. With this, I think we have done with all the speakers, and everybody did such a great job. Wonderful. Big round of applause to each and everyone. So it's wonderful, wonderful.
All right. Do we have anybody left, or we can start giving you the topic, Toastmaster Umar?
Yes, I'm only left.
All right. Who would like to give a topic to Toastmaster Umar, ladies and gentlemen? Or Mr. Rajiv Khanna? Rajiv, please.
Okay.
What is the first chapter of your autobiography?
What is the first chapter of my autobiography? 8th June 1985, on a Saturday. A very, very hot day of June. At almost 11 a.m., a great personality came into this world. And that person is standing in front of you. Toastmaster Umar Farooq. I have been naive sometimes. I have made mistakes. I have done so much great things in my life. I can say that in my first chapter. But no. See, when you are talking about an autobiography, your first chapter will set the tone. Who you really are deep down as a person. How much you have struggled in your life. People relate to your real self, who you really are. So what my first chapter will be saying, it will be telling about me in my own environment, how I was. This person who is 36 years old is standing in front of you. But back then, maybe 25 years or maybe 30 years back, how I was, what different circumstances I have gone through, ups and downs, tough lives, tough decisions I have taken. I have seen issues being created in my house, maybe some things, broken relationships, all those things. Just a highlight of it. what are the things to come in the following chapters. That you will be seeing in my first chapter, because life is something you have to live through. You don't have to survive it. You have to enjoy it. Even enjoy your wrong things also, that you have been wronged, you've been hurt. I know it is difficult. If I tell somebody, oh Umar, I will tell, okay, Naveed, you are wrong, you are broken. Okay, it's okay, enjoy it. He will say, ah, you are crazy. I know it will be sound like that, but at the end of the day, those are the things that will make you who you really are right now. Those experiences, tough times, will create a person, a better version of yourself. It's your choice at the end of the day. So the first chapter of my life will be my brief introduction. Where I came from, what are my roots, and just a brief highlight reel of what I have gone through. What you will be seeing in the coming chapters. That's what my first chapter will be all about. Over to you, Toastmaster Najib.
I was hoping for a glimpse of your life as a spy on Her Majesty's service, sort of like James Bond, but I guess you skipped that part. That's okay.
Yes, that is undercover actually, you know. We have to keep seeing things under the lid.
You've signed the Official Secrets Act. Well done.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Rajiv Khanna sir and Toastmaster Umar Farooq. Let's give them both a big hand, ladies and gentlemen, whosoever is available right now in the room. I appreciate it for conducting this 334th success. With that, power vested in me as a host of this very meeting. I adjourn the meeting. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.